Gratitude is like crafting. When you make it a daily habit, it can turn into something truly beautiful. And today we are transforming junk journal tags into little gratitude booklets, small but packed with positivity. Welcome back to episode 3 of our series 100 Tags in 100 Days. Today we will use the 5 smaller, the 3 by 4 inch tag backgrounds to create these beautiful tags. We will back it up with coffee dyed paper again, but today we go even a little bit further. We will use the coffee dyed paper to make a little booklet out of the tag. Here you can see that 2 of the tag sizes fit exactly of one normal size copy paper, an A4 in my case. And if we fold it in half and then just tear it in half again using the metal ruler, we already have the first part of our very easy to make booklet. Hi, if you haven't been here before, my name is Garjana. I am a registered psychotherapist with over 25 years in mental health. And I love exploring how creativity can help us feel more balanced and joyful in life. And today I would like to craft a gratitude journal or a gratitude tag with you. For that, we were tearing up just one side of this strip of coffee dyed paper, and you can see here the tones side we are flipping over the tag, and then we can see here behind or in front to fold it over so that you can make an accordion fold. Just line it up on the side and then fold it again, and then this little leftover part here to fold it again to the back side. That makes it very unique. And so you can see the decorating on the cover is this torn little piece that we darkened, or I darkened, with Distress Oxide ink. And then just with a normal glue stick to glue the tag into the first square here on the first rectangle. So, and then just fold over the torn bit. I take my bone folder just to press it down and then get all of the air bubbles out of the back side. And you can see that is it already. Like, this is the little booklet that we can use every day to write a positive thought or something we are grateful for into our little journal. I just cut the top a little bit because it was getting over the edges, and then here I have a little tool to cut corners. I used it in the 2 videos before, just to get both corners into the same size. And here it already looks a little bit like a tag. For this tag, I am using this punch tool that is creating this little whale tail or this little topper here, but it's very easy to cut with a scissor. Just fold a little piece of paper in half and then make a round circle on the bottom, and you can make your own little tag. And I go around the tag again with the Distress Oxide ink and also around the entire tag. I'm even opening it up so that all the corners, all the little bits and pieces get a little bit of the Distress Oxide ink, because I find it makes it looks a little bit nicer and a little bit more finished. Can you see? Okay, so like with my other tags before, I like to number them. And so we made already 10, and this is tag number 11. And here, just using my stencil and black pen, and just writing the number 11. You can of course do this freehand or not at all. It's up to you, but because it's the 100 takes and 100 day challenge, I like to number them. And then with a little bit of craft glue, I'm just fixing the topper on the first layer of my tag. Make sure that you are just using the first layer, otherwise you are gluing your entire little booklet shut. And of course we don't want to do that. Just cutting the areas that are peeking over my tag and then pressing it down with my bone folder again. And now I would like to decorate it a little bit. And I have this fern stencil here. And I thought, because some of the papers that I use as a background have a little bit of a turquoise greenish tinge, that I like to use my Distress Oxide ink here to use the stencil, and I'm missing the word. I'm like coloring the stencil through with my Distress Oxide ink. I'm lost for words today. Really funny. And I need to make sure that I press down a little bit more. Like my Distress Oxide ink is already coming to an end, so I need to go over it several times to actually make sure that we can see it. And here it is. It's a nice addition, and we can add even further in the booklet just to make it a cohesive coloring. To here have a little bit the top of the fern and maybe even a little bit on the other side so that the booklet looks nice. In my previous tags I used some quotes that were fitting to the day, fitting to the tags. And with this one, because they are all little gratitude journals, I was looking for quotes that are fitting with the theme. And here with this tag I found, always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. Because a gratitude journal is very helpful if we do it my best daily, that we at the end of the day lean back and go over the day and find the things that brought us joy. Studies show that writing down just a few things we are grateful for each day can shift our mindset in very powerful ways. And what better way to do it with a tag that unfolds into this tiny inspiring journal. Here I decided to cut the quote into little bits and pieces and to glue the pieces onto this string of lace. And just to make it a little bit more interesting and give it a little bit of a unique character. And then just with craft glue, like white craft glue, often it's better to use something like fiber tag or art glitter glue if we have several layers, but here my glue works fine. And then to find the right places where you would like to put your quote, arrange it however it feels right for you. Here I like it to be a little bit wonky, not so straight. And then, yeah, I think that looks nice. Yeah. I always need to remember to finish or close my glue. Here you can see. That's the little booklet. I think it's a nice start, but we have, oops, the glue came loose. It's obviously the glue didn't work so nicely. Like it's, if you use some fiber tag, I think it works a little bit better. 4 more to go. I think I would like to show you one more. And what I would like to do is I like to show you something a little bit different. Before I had the torn piece on the left side, and here I chose to put it on the right hand side just to get a little bit variety in. With that, it's not only that the torn piece is on the right side, but the booklet is also folding the other way. And then when I decorated it, I decided for the second one to use some of the black writing, and found again a nice quote. Life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. So we can remember that if we write down something we are grateful for, it doesn't need to be big. It doesn't need to be something outstanding. It can be really the small things that we appreciated that day. I decided to glue the quote on a little piece of coffee dyed paper, just cut around so that I have a little bit of a border. Go around with my brown or vintage photo distress oxide ink again to make it fitting to the more vintage style of the tags. And then again find a nice place to put the quote. And again, I'm doing it a little bit wonky again, using my craft glue. That works a little bit better paper on paper, that I don't have to have stronger glue that I in the moment don't have. But if you do have this and you use the lace, I think it's a good idea to do that. Like in the previous videos, I finished 5 tags at once, and I'm using this 5 different backgrounds each time. And then I'm decorate them individually. Here I go around with a black pen just to make the quote pop out a little bit more, and I have a little bit of lace on the side. And then I decided that I have a printout with lots of tiny little round things on it, and the quote is fall in love with as many things as possible. And I found this hot air balloon, and I thought it is a nice addition on this tag. Of course, like with your own creativity, you will come up with so many different things. What I love is that they have this little series of 5. They fit nicely together, so you can put them in a journal together, and they have a similar style. So here you can see number 11. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. And when we open it up, there's the stencil fern on both sides. Then the next one has life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. And I did darkened with a stamp a little bit the corner to make it interesting. Here I have torn paper on both sides and a little bit of lace on the bottom and a booklet again. Number 14 is life doesn't have to, fall in love with as many things as possible, as I said. And I went around with the turquoise distress oxide ink to make it a little bit different. And the last one it's the little things that make life big, which I thought is a nice quote for a gratitude journal as well. I hope you enjoyed these tags and you give it a go. Try gratitude journaling. It really helps to boost your mental health and well-being. For today, we have to come to an end. I wish you a wonderful day. Bye for now.